Hello and welcome. Today I thought we would get out and do a front yard walk around. It's July 5th, so definitely need some things to be done. We're going to work on trimming up this stuff. I have my little hollyhock that's trying to stay. Darn bunnies or deers. Calla lily, my purple flower, my petunias, which I need to get some cleanup done on these. And my little tiny dahlia. It's supposed to be the big yellow one, but it's not. We have some fuchsias that overwintered right there in their pots. And then this is my new plant, a lupin. Ooh, look, it's getting some flowers on it. And then I planted some what I thought was petunias there. And then we have the crazy daisies. I had to tie them up. Some of the pansies still holding on. My calla lily. My hosta. Something's nibbling on this one. My grassy purple flower. Look at these though. These are just doing amazing. Canna lily right up there. My heuchera. I really want to get that in the ground this year. The hosta. And then coming along to some weeds. And then my new bleeding heart. It's weird because it's only one, but it's like it's split. Whatever. And then my hydrangea. Now, we chose to move it over here so it wouldn't be in so much sun. But I think it's probably still getting too much sun. And they're not blue, they're not pink, they're kind of purple. Maybe they'll turn blue. But for the most part, still looks good. And then some more of my low purple wrasse. We started out over here under the Japanese maple that needs a haircut. Coming over to the kids' pool, I did take down the fountain because it wasn't working. We added some more plants in here and then some snapdragons that came back. And I threw some wildflower seeds in here, so we'll see if anything makes it. Then let's walk along here. And my azalea. And then just assuming those are all weeds in there. I have a lot of work to do. A lot of weeding. A little lavender. My pink fuchsia that will come back every year. And you guys should have seen this thing. It was falling over so bad. So, tied it up. In the bed, we still have these purple flowers hanging on and some daisies. More of my purple grass. And this is a weed, but this is like, I think my foxgloves. Planted a couple sunflowers. My coneflowers are starting to put on their show. Back there in the teapot, some daisies and what survived of the petunias. My lilac tree is getting bigger. I think it's time to cut back this big giant snapdragon. Even though it looks like it has new buds on it, but everything else looks dying. My sedum. And then, you know, me and my random stuff, so look at that. Canna lily, that pretty pink one. And not sure. And then my phlox. I think it's time to give this one a haircut. Then we had my poppy. It's done, I think. Star jasmine. And then these, my sweet williams. Oh, Lord help them. This year, all that heat we had just kind of took a toll on them. So I'm gonna whack them down. So next time they'll be down and figure out what I'm gonna do from there. And my getting a few blooms on that. And then my gar, I must have did okay with it because it's coming back. And we have more cone flowers. And then look at that, huge. I'm fascinated with daisies, I guess. I don't know why it just exploded. And then we have, I remember what it is, but it starts with a C. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm just going to let it go. No weeds. This is another blanket flower. And there's what the blanket flowers look like. Really pretty. Then more of my purple grass. And we have an Adalia right here. And then more of the Sweet William problem we have. Then I have my grass I planted here. But I have other things in there. And this, I'm not really sure what it was. I thought it was a fuchsia. But bunnies keep coming and eating it. And of course, my mess here, you know, got to come in and get these all cut up and get these yellow flowers out, orange flowers out. They're just a weed in my opinion. More of the grass, more of this pretty ground cover. It's doing really good, except for it's getting smothered. More things that I think are foxgloves. I'm not going to keep all of them. I'm going to remove some. And I did plant some more dahlias back here in hopes that they'll get better for next year. And my little hollyhock here. And that foxglove, it's done. But when we come along over here, now if you remember that foxglove over there was white, this one is the purple. And my Delphinium. I'm sorry you guys missed the irises blooming. I mean, yeah, irises. Oh, they were so pretty. No, those aren't irises. Those are lilies. Sorry, what was I thinking? The lilies. They were so pretty. And look at my canna lilies. Just showing off. They're so pretty. And I have a dahlia back there. And my carnation that needs serious help. I was gone for a week again, so things kind of struggle when I'm gone. This is a yellow dahlia, but it's not doing very good. And I have some sedum that just popped up random. And again, my pansies just looking good. And then this dahlia, it's doing really good. This is a purple one. And some gladiolus, I think these are. My rose bush needs some tending too. And then my pink phlox. It's pretty. It's doing its job. And then this was a dahlia that I started from seed last year. I thought it was more purple, but... And then this is my second attempt for these petunias. Oh, look. Firework. Yay. Thanks, people. These are the Dollar Tree petunias seeds. I'm not impressed with them. And again, more Sweet Williams that needs to clean up. Today's video is pretty much everything that needs to be cleaned up. My hossa taken over. More cone flowers. The lilies. And then my bleeding heart. It just likes to lean over there. Then more gladiolas. Another hosta. And look at this canna lily. Look how tall that sucker is. Phew. Okay. This did not work so well for me. It's so hard for me to keep containers alive. Thinking about just taking all this out and maybe adding them to this over here and just see if they'll continue to grow. And then another container of those Dollar Tree petunias. Look how tall they are. It's weird. And of course, my plant in here. Then I have gladioles coming up. More of these. This is just a weed. Then my pretty Mother's Day plant. It's coming back some more. My canna lily. More fuchsias that overwintered. The wishing well. It's getting ready. It's pushing out new growth. This one I'm very disappointed in. So I'm going to kind of cut back a lot of this and freshen it up. I don't know. I just don't like how tall these are. And some of my peeps didn't do a very good job at watering when I was gone. So kind of just save what I can. Moving on, I put this up here with some geraniums and ivy geraniums. But the geraniums don't seem to be doing very good. The ivy's fine. More cleanup than my irises. And we moved my gate because I just had to. It wasn't working there. So I planted a few things in. Got some ivy geraniums and a dahlia. Put some zinnias here. We'll add more stuff. Oh, we missed the whole main middle. Time to maybe thin out some of my irises. But look, I love this. That is my mum. It is so huge. I even cut it back. And then we have a bunch of zinnias popping up like they did last year right there. And then I planted a dahlia right here. And then we have blanket flowers. Then we have my jasmines. And more gladioles. I threw some petunias in here. They're seeming to do fine. And this dahlia here. Look at this sucker. Isn't it beautiful? I grew this one from the seeds. It's the pom-pom. And I love it. I want more. And then this phlox needs a little trimming up. Now, I think those are more phlox. Then I put another dahlia here. And that's the poppy. That's another delphinium. And my canna lily. So, overall, some things are doing great. And all I know is that today, this week, I have a lot of work to do. So I hope you guys all got a chance. Get out and get some of your yard beautified. And I definitely want to grow more of those. So, see you next time.